hey, this week we are digging into that classic standoff. He says there's not enough sex. She says she doesn't feel emotionally supported or seen. So, where do we go from there? That's what Maddie and I are going to be digging into today. Pull up a chair.
What you think about that? What you think about anything? What you think about you? What you think about me? What you think about that? What you think about that?
Hey, I'm Corinne,
And I'm Madeline.
and this is Fries for the Table.
What
All
is
right. You have no idea. We don't know what we're doing. We're just figuring it
Never.
out. All right, so we're going to do a little something different today because we're just going to try it. We're going to switch gears into talking about really what's in our wheelhouse, and we're just going to move forward on that. And then also I'm going to kind of keep everything on a theme.
Yeah, we're going to try to organize this podcast.
Wait, I think we can.
Yeah.
Not that. I know we can. We're just trying things differently. So, ready for your question?
Yes.
Your themed question? All right, here is your question. What is one chore or gesture your partner could do that would instantly make you feel more turned on or connected to them?
I think for me, planning a family weekend.
Ooh.
Like a whole weekend. Or maybe a couple weekend too. Either would work. But doing like the planning, coming up with the idea, planning the thing, thinking about what people would like, and having it all situated, all set up.
Why would that make you turned on?
It would mean I don't have to do anything.
Okay, so it'd make your life
and
easier.
My partner would know, like, I like to do stuff. I love to do stuff. I'm always coming up with what's happening this weekend. I'm looking on, the mom sites and things like that. And I think that knowing of something that I'd like to do stuff. I like to be with my kids most of the time. Not always, but a lot of times, right? Like, that's really my vibe. I think I would feel so seen.
Yeah.
And then you've put in effort.
It's the combo of the effort plus knowing something that would really make a difference in my life, something that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
And just taking the initiative to make it happen.
Yeah.
And to think it through on like varying levels, right?
Picking the weekend, like all the things that go into something like that.
I love it.
Do you have one?
For me, it would be doing something like, this is going to sound mind ready and I don't mean it to be, but like thinking like what might be nice right now and then just sort of meeting that need. Do you know what I mean? Of like, oh, it's been a while since we've eaten. Like, do you want me to make you a sandwich? Or like just doing it.
Yeah.
And just like showing up, because we have talked before, it's hard to ask for help, especially when you've been raised to be hyper independent. And so even though I've gotten better about asking of like, hey, could you make me? It already feels like
Not good.
Yeah, it's not even not just not good. It's like it's not the same as somebody anticipating something and just being like, oh, here's what might be nice in this moment.
Yes.
There's something about that would be, I don't know if I'd be turned on or if I'd just break down crying.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I was like, wait, would that turn me on or would I just feel like, wow.
Wow.
Just impressed. But I think when
Yeah.
you're impressed, I think you can more easily get turned on.
Oh, I think that is a very big piece about what we are about to talk about. Segue into it is today we are going to be talking about how intimacy isn't just sex, it's emotional partnership. And that is a giant aspect of it where people will often say, I really want her to be enthusiastic about me,
Yes.
impressed by me. And she will say, do something that is
Impress me.
impressive. And then I would probably be enthusiastically excited about doing something with you. But if you're just meeting your own basic needs, like there's nothing really to be that impressed by.
No, I'm not that impressed that you decided you wanted to shoot a 65 on your 9 holes or 18 holes or what. I don't know what.
Sure. Just, yes.
Whatever your golf goal is, I'm unimpressed.
Right.
It's not something, somebody else might be impressed by that. It's not me.
Why?
Because I don't care.
Because you don't care about their hobbies?
Because that's a hobby solely for you.
Mm-hmm.
And it has nothing to do with me or the life we're building here.
Okay, but we were talking about friends who have great relationships recently.
Yes.
And I made a comment about how I'm always like, oh, like they're so turned on by like everything that their partner does. I think that couples who have very strong and healthy relationships are excited about the other person's goals because everything else is being met. Do you see what I'm saying? So every little pocket is filled. And a lot of times I see them like enthusiastically talking about like, oh, and then they're going for this goal and they're like genuinely interested and excited for them.
Yes, I think the part you said is the other things are being met.
Yeah, all those goals
I'm
are
working
filled.
off the narrative that there's already missed needs here.
Yes.
Then when you come home and you want me to be your cheerleader, there's no room for me to cheerlead your golf when you're not showing up in the ways I need you to.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Right.
What you're seeing in that is the needs already have been met. So yeah, there's room for you.
Yeah.
If I'm well taken care of, my kids are taken care of well in the way they need it. Yes, of course. I'll come even watch your golf. Whatever.
Right, exactly. Okay, so let's backtrack just a sec and let's set this up a little bit. So one of the things we're talking about is how one of the most common dynamics that we will see in couples counseling, so where there is an issue, men say that there is not enough intimacy.
Sexual intimacy.
Well, I was going to define it.
Oh, okay, sorry.
It's okay. So men are saying that there's not enough intimacy in the relationship for them. And often when they are saying intimacy, they are referring to sexual intimacy, which can be anything from any sort of physical touch, right? Like a lot of times they'll say, you don't touch my back anymore. You're not doing those little gestures or whatever, all the way to actual intercourse, right? And often they will include in that umbrella of intimacy enthusiasm, the initiation, you wanting me, that type of thing. And then the catch is that often when you talk to the woman in the relationship, she will say, yes, and that's not happening because my emotional needs aren't being met. What she will include in that umbrella of emotional intimacy is my labor needs aren't being met. I feel like I'm alone. I feel like I'm the one.
Mental load coming up in that conversation.
Mental load is huge. Physical load is huge.
Yes,
right?
Pickups, drop-offs, lunches, packing the lunches.
100%. And so she'll say, I can't get there. I don't feel sexual towards you when I feel alone. And so one of the things that happens is this loop of disconnection that happens between them. So he feels rejected sexually. So he'll withdraw or pressure or
both.
Yeah, oscillate between the two. And then she will feel less safe, less emotionally seen. Then she'll shut down.
Yeah, you know a thing I hear a lot?
And then they just repeat the cycle over and over. And it's this push-pull that's constantly happening.
Yes.
Go ahead. What do you hear a lot?
I hear a lot her say, then he pouts.
They don't like the pouting guys.
Yes, the pout. I hear that so frequently.
Yeah, the pouting.
And having to deal with then the pouting.
Yes. Which could be anything that ranges. Like a pout, I've heard from people say, like, a pout could be literal, like I'm like kind of sulking around and like kind of what you would think of like a childlike pout. But then pouting could be also sort of like antisocial behavior.
The withdrawal part can be part of that.
Yeah.
Right?
But and then like even further is like doing things to like kind of get back at them.
Sabotage.
I'm
not going to go to that.
I'm not going to do that thing.
Friend thing that I said I was going to tell him I won't be there.
I'm going to ruin bedtime. I'm going to da-da-da. But then also a real lack of admitting that that's what's happening. But you're stuck in this spiral.
Yeah.
Because what happens is that doesn't evoke, right? Like, what's the word I'm looking for? That doesn't draw her in.
Right.
It pushes, she's like, well, now I'm definitely not giving you anything because I don't want to reward that behavior. And now you're on a spiral all the way down.
Yeah, and there's some sort of weird power dynamic happening, and it's about the pressure, right? Which I think you mentioned earlier of when I feel pressured. Pressure does not also evoke any freedom or safety that exists in sexuality.
Well, that's where sexuality
Dies?
Dies. Yes. And then on the opposite end, I was going to say that's where sexuality thrives, is in freedom, right? I get to make the choice.
I was like, wait, that's the opposite, but the pressure kills it.
The pressure kills it. And then sexuality thrives in I get to make this choice. I feel empowered. I feel like this is my decision. I want to. That's where the desire just thrives. You know what I mean? And so that, what you just said just reminds me of such a common dynamic that I have to explain in couples counseling, which is, I call it the shut door method, which is when somebody sort of is expecting sex. Let me say that when I say sex, to me that means everything. And when in reality, I actually mean intercourse.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. And so when they want intercourse, or when the other partner thinks that they want it, and they're not willing to give it, they will use a shut doors type of thing when it comes to all physical intimacy.
Yes.
Because they don't want the other person to get angry, right? And so what I mean by that is they will reject all types of physical connection because I don't know if you're going to, if you put that hand on my thigh and I put my hand on top of your hand, have I just invited us down our path?
Yes, where then I'm going to have to enter into a space that I want to say no to you and then have to deal with the repercussions of that.
Right. Of that pressure. So then I don't allow you to put your hand on my thigh in the first place because I don't want us to go down that path. So I just keep the door shut because I'm terrified you're going to kick it open, that it's not just, oh, we're going to just let a nice little breeze in here, right? We're going to enjoy this little hand on the thigh moment and I can kiss your cheek and it all feels safe.
Yes.
Right? And so they will also kill any intimacy.
Which furthers the rejected feeling. Because it is kind of a rejection in that moment, right? It's saying, I don't want this.
Yes. And so then, again, we're back on this spiral. So let's talk about emotional labor and unequal responsibility.
Yeah, one of the most common topics.
Yes, in heterosexual relationships.
Yep, absolutely.
What do you hear?
The majority is, I mean, mental load had a moment. I don't know, I haven't seen it as much, but it's had a moment of, I think that language feels really good for people to define. It's not just the task, although the task itself is tiring. It's not just the task, it's thinking about all that goes into the task and the completion of the task and the follow-up of the task.
Yeah.
So it's that...
It's the children's clothing, right? Are you paying attention to what season it is? Are you paying attention to what size they are? Are you going into their clothing and looking and saying, okay, winter is coming. Look at their old winter jacket. Does it fit them? If not, like, donate it. Go buy a new winter jacket. Make sure it fits. What else is it that they need? All of that kind of stuff is a lot of, it's not just the physical task of going and buying a new coat. It's everything that comes into it. It's, do we have paper towels? Oh, we use a lot of paper towels in our house. So I'm constantly monitoring how many we're at. When do we need them? When are we doing the Costco trip? Is it on the list? All of that kind of stuff. It's the same thing that happens at your job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you're looking, whatever job you have, you're assessing, am I able to do this job today? Do I have everything that I need to do it? And if not, what is it that I need to gather or plan for in order to do it? And so that's where what we're talking about. Like, if that's not happening, if only one person is doing that in the home, there is that unequal responsibility. And if you and I agreed to do this
together,
this,
we're on this job project together,
the group project of raising a family, or even just being in partnership. You don't have to have children.
Yeah, managing a household, managing pet, like all the things that go into any sort of relationship that way.
Exactly. Then why is it that we have an unequal level of responsibility? I hear so many people being like, they're like, why? Define it. Tell me why that this should be different.
Who's saying why it should be different?
A lot of women will do that. They'll be like, okay, well, explain to me why it's my job to make sure that we have food in the house.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like,
patriarchy.
Well, I mean, they obviously know that. But then I think what happened is in the time period that we're in, both people are often working and contributing equitably to the house. If not unequitably, sometimes some people are taking on, well, okay, so you've given me the responsibility for the home.
Yeah.
I pay for 50% of the bills, but I also have to cover all of the home costs of like paper towels, toilet paper, hand soap, cleaning supplies, all of those kinds of things too, because I'm the one who's been given the responsibility to manage all of that. So what I'm saying is when these things are off, when they're imbalanced, that's where a lot of the resentment comes in.
Yes, resentment, right? and just plain old fatigue.
Exactly.
I mean, we've talked before about we're all busy. Everybody's busy. People don't have a lot of extra time. And so then if more and more is falling on my plate that doesn't fall on your plate, if I don't have any extra time to do the things that take care of me or make me feel like myself, I'm not really going to be in touch with my sexual self, nor am I going to be interested in having sex with you who's not helping me.
Right. Because intimacy cannot grow where resentment lives. Resentment takes up way too much space. So when we're talking about sexual intimacy and desire, the thing about it is, like I said, it's freedom. It requires space. It requires safety. It requires
curiosity.
Exactly. And so if resentment is there taking up that space, it's a dementor. It sucks all of the energy out of the room. You cannot get there unless you force yourself. And that's what a lot of times will happen, right? But then what happens?
They resent that.
The other partner becomes resentful.
Yeah.
I can tell you don't want this. You're not enthusiastic. You're only doing it because I want you to. That doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. I say to men all the time, like, they don't like feeling rapey. It comes up all the time. They're like, that's not hot unless we're playing that. Like, it's not.
I don't want to feel like I had to force you to do this thing. I want you to want me.
Exactly. Which is a fair...
Don't we all?
Yeah.
I mean, I think we all want that. And what are you doing to make your partner want you?
Right. That's the key, right?
Because if you want your partner in this dynamic...
Yes.
He's wanting more intimacy.
Yes.
So he already wants his partner. In this, something she's doing is working for him.
Right.
So we don't have to worry about his wanting.
Okay, that's nice. That's kind of nice. It takes one thing off the table, right?
So whose wanting do we have to focus on?
Hers.
What can he do to get her to want him?
And this is just a logical,
yes.
Like, literally of like, okay, if not, then what, right? And so that's where we then shift and we're like, what is it that you need to be doing to make her want you? Because here's the key, and if any man is ever listening to this and not just women, here's the thing. She wants to want you.
My God, she wants to want you. We were just saying this.
Oh my God, so many of women have said that. They're like, I want that so bad. Oh, like, I want to look at him like, oh, he is competent and capable. And often that's how they came to the table in the first place, right? And then now, like, this mother-son dynamic isn't fucking hot.
No.
Right?
Yes, and no, I don't know any women who are like, I am glad I'm not attracted to my partner right now. I'm glad I don't want to have sex with my partner right now.
Fair.
They're not happy about it.
Right.
And they're needing something.
Yeah, and so if we address that need, if you start to partner up in a way that makes it that you become hot, right? Like, I've said to so many people, I can teach you how to become the hottest person in the room.
Yes.
How many times, though, have you been at an event where someone's partner is there and they're doing the things, and the women are just like, oh my God. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm picturing somebody, like, it's like a backyard barbecue. There's children running around. He's like squirt gunning the kids with one hand and like flipping like burgers with the other hand. And like, he's like, oh, can I get you a beverage? And the women are just
don't you like Dr. Pepper? He remembers what they like.
Oh my gosh.
It's amazing.
Everybody wants that. They want you to be that person. And it's not as hard as I think people make it out to be.
Also, I think you'll feel good if you're that person.
Hell yeah. You want to walk in the room and be everyone's Pedro Pascal.
It's true.
Like, why wouldn't you want that?
It's true. You want to feel competent and capable. Like, don't you?
Right, I would think.
Don't you want to feel like, yeah, I've got this?
Can you imagine? I'm just placing myself in a man's shoes for a second.
Yeah.
Of like being at a backyard barbecue. It's multiple families, right? And you're just there killing it. And your wife is looking at you with like dog eyes, right? Like, just can't wait to get home, whatever. You get home. You pop the kids into bed. They go to sleep because you've already entertained them, whatever. And then she's like yanking you into the bedroom because you just fucking nailed it. And now she's like, nail me. Like, what could be better than that?
What could be better than that?
On the woman's part, like, how many times I say to women, I'm like, intimacy is for you too. And you know what I mean? Like, sometimes I think in the back and forth and all the care and stuff, like, that can kind of get forgotten sometimes.
Yes, that this concern isn't just him wanting more.
Mm-hmm.
I would want you to want more for yourself.
Exactly.
Too, is what I tell the women I work with, right? I want you to want this for you too.
It is for you.
Because yes.
Right?
Yes. Your sexual health is part of your overall well-being.
Yeah. If there was things that were happening that were invoking all of that, it just makes it easier.
Yes.
Right? It's like Emily Nagoski says, remove all the brakes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key. It's like the car can go a lot easier if we're removing brakes. And so that's what you're doing when you're helping your partner see, well, not you helping them, but you see what I'm saying? If you hear the call, the siren call, please help me, please do more, please be more competent and capable. I'm able to do it, you're able to do it. I see you work a job that is possibly difficult.
Yeah.
I know you can transfer those skills.
Yeah.
If you do that, you remove those brakes towards intimacy and everything just flows so much easier.
Yeah. And you also are showing your partner that you're not taking advantage of them.
Oh, key.
Like, you're in it with them. Like, we decided to do this thing together. So this is our home. These are our pets. These are our children.
Girl, even just saying that is making me like, oh.
Because it's show your partner that, right?
Yes.
That I am as invested in this as you are. Because remember, we decided to do this together.
Right.
Remember this? And so I just think the resentment, back to the resentment piece, some of it is women feel taken advantage of. You get to have this nice thing. When I said, like, the plan thing, it's like, okay, well, if she's doing all of the planning of the weekend stuff, you get to still go. And even if you're a participant, you just get to participate and show up and just not put in any effort and have the fun and make the memories and be in the photo. But you didn't do anything to make that happen.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely. And like,
it's like how moms make the magic of Christmas, you know? I don't know if you see that around the holidays. It's like, that doesn't have to be the case, though. I mean, they do. Right. But you can make Christmas magical, too. And you could make it magical for her.
And a big piece of that is not just making the magic happen. Like, maybe you are great at being fun. Maybe you are great at doing all the other stuff. But you also have to be showing up and making sure, is the house clean? Are the basic things happening? Yes. Like, are you participating in the mundane? Mm-hmm. Nobody likes, well, some people may, but most people don't like doing the mundane, right? And that's what your partner is saying is, don't just leave it to me because of what I got between my legs. Like, this isn't fair. Yeah. I thought we were doing this together. You agreed. Mm-hmm. Why is this group project suddenly all on me? Yes. Right? And girl, I want to go into the who gets to put their name on the group project and truth telling, but we're not going to do that. We're going
to do an episode about truth telling that you have been chomping at the bit to talk about.
Thank you. We'll do it another time.
That's the first time I said that.
Stay tuned. I love it. But yeah, so heading back to that is just resentment. I want to talk about that a little bit more because we touched on it for women. Mm-hmm. Not touched. We talked about it for women. We touched on it for men. When it comes, men will have resentment for not feeling wanted, which then kills desire as well, right? They're willing to push through.
I think it's interesting because when you said it, I was like, oh, I don't see that navigate so much in that pattern. Yeah. They don't hold on to it in the same way.
That's what I was going to say. So, okay. No, it's wonderful. So I was going to say, so their resentment just looks different. I think that when they get rejected, and I'm doing air quotes on rejection because we kind of already talked about, well, why is that happening, right? If I'm not willing to have intercourse with you at 2 p.m. On a Sunday where the kids are running around, I'm not going to allow you to touch me so that we don't have to go into this rejection. You still feel rejected, but like at a lower level. You know what I mean? And so that resentment, though, I think then they direct back to, fine, I won't participate. Fine, I'm not gonna.
You don't like me anyways.
Yeah, well, you don't want me here. Why don't you just do it with the kids? They want you anyway.
You like them better.
Yes, all of that
You're
kind
more
of stuff.
invested in them.
So that resentment still shows up. It's just different.
Yes.
Because they're like, I will still have sex with you. I don't have to.
Yeah.
The resentment doesn't feel as heavy in that zone.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make me want to participate in family life.
Yes.
So, and that's just as important. So that's that spiral.
Well, yeah, that's where you get the deadlock
Mm-hmm.
of, if you're not going to participate or show up for me, I don't feel like I want to show up in this way.
Exactly.
And then we're deadlocked there.
Yes.
And I would argue he's got to show up. I would say that's Klein's, just so you guys know.
Yeah.
Like, you got to do it, buddy.
So is it okay? So that's where we're going. And then now what? How do you get out of this? And your response is, it's got to be him.
It's got to be him.
How come? Go ahead.
I think it's the feminist lens, probably. Because something is happening already that's unfair, that's disempowering, that is taking advantage of.
So women aren't often avoiding sex necessarily. They're avoiding doing everything. So let's say it again, and maybe in a slightly different way. If I'm doing all of the stuff.
Yeah.
The mental load, the physical labor, the child care, whatever all of that looks like, right?
Yeah.
If I'm doing all of that and I'm giving you sex.
Yeah.
And I'm not happy about it. You're just getting everything.
Okay, so here's the thing that I think. It's the language of giving you sex. I think in that statement that already has resentment just flavored in there, which is what we've been talking about. But that is part of the problem, and why I look to him to create the change is because this isn't a thing she's doing to you, right? She's 100%. Saying, I am not in this zone. I do not feel this way toward you, and I don't have the energy to figure out exactly how to feel this way toward you with everything staying the same.
Because there's no space to feel desire.
Yes.
Right? You can't say, light a match in this room without air. It's not possible.
Yes.
So you have to create air, and that's got to come on that end because there's no space anywhere else.
Yes. And then her job
is
typically to take the air, right? Is to say, instead of doing the overfunctioning that might be happening, not letting them come in, not allowing that, right? I see that a lot, actually. And I also see it, I also see it, you're only doing this to get. There's a question of intention. Sometimes when this friction has existed long enough, he's only doing that so that I'll have sex with him.
Often they're right.
But who cares?
That's fair.
I'm like, who cares? Like, what does it matter? He's doing the thing you need, and he does want you. He is interested in you. He is committed. And the hope is also he'll start to feel more confident, and it will just become...
Yes.
But if that's the Kickstarter, great.
Well,
if he takes it away just because you aren't having sex with him, then that creates a different thing.
Yes, that's what I was going to say. There is a caveat to that. It's not, I did it once, so now give me my blowjob.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, agreed.
So it's not one chore in for one blowjob out.
Yes.
It can't look like that. And so that's when a lot of times they're pointing to that of like...
Yes, I let you go work out and watch the kids for an hour. And now...
Where's my comeuppance, right? Where do I get in return? And so that's where a lot of women will be like, it'll happen early on where they're saying like, I'm not doing shit until I see that this has changed, right?
Yes, and that's where then he's got to keep showing up.
He's got to keep doing it. And you just have to have the mental resilience to know that this is going to pay off. I always tell people, I'm like, if we do this for a while and on her end it never changes, we'll talk about that.
I'll tell you.
We'll fucking address that when that happens. But until we're there, you can't just go, well, I didn't get what I wanted, so I'm not going to participate. Dude.
Yes. And this is a dynamic. I think not everybody knows this about couples therapy, and I think different people handle couples therapy differently, different therapists.
Totally.
But kind of like everything's a 50-50, right? Like we both have stuff to work on. Yeah, but no, like not always, right? And in this sort of instance, in this particular relational dynamic, it feels easy for me to say, I know where to start.
Yes.
Buddy, this is where you got to start.
It's not 50-50 all the way through, right? Like it's like...
That's a lie.
I know. And so,
lie.
And if we address it like it is, if we're like, oh, but this thing is just, you know what I mean? We're just recreating the imbalance that they came in with, and now we're not actually helping.
Yes.
And so that's where a lot of I think rapport comes in with people of like, I'm like, you gotta trust me. I want you to be a sex god. I want that so bad for like I do. I want you to come in glowing. I love when they come in and I'm like, oh, what's been happening between you two? Like
oh my God, their energy, the way they're sitting with one another, the way they are in the waiting room, laughing with
oh my God. Like it's amazing. I want that for both of you. Trust me. Like I'm not looking to assign you chores just to be like, ah, ha, ha. Like I want to see success happen. And so yeah, like sometimes it's like you got to have a little faith too, right? You're asking faith from her.
Yes.
You got to have you got to show up with it as well, right?
You have to show up. And the consistency, accountability, that sort of they continue doing the thing they said they would do is so significant in this dynamic. If I said I would cover dinners, if you are consistent with it so that she can build the trust, she can rely on you, you will get to where you are going.
Right.
You will.
Time over consistency.
Yes.
Equals trust.
Yes.
Right? And so you just keep doing the thing. And honestly, I would say when we were saying that in the beginning question of like, if you do what you say you'll do, panty dropper.
Follow through?
What?
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
Never heard of it. Seriously.
It's the hottest thing ever.
Capable.
Oh
capable.
My gosh, we always
this
say
is
capable and competent.
This is what people are looking for.
There's a serious lacking of this happening right now.
Yes, and I think, honestly, I'm just going to say it. I'm going to say it. Women are capable, and they are competent. And if they aren't, they find the people who are that will help them be that.
Yeah.
Or help them get that done. And that's what they're looking for. They thought they found the competent, capable person in their partner. That's who they chose.
Right.
So be that. Do that.
She sees that in you, right? That's
she wouldn't have chose you.
That's a glimmer of hope right there. Like,
yes.
Right? How many women have said, like, I dated him for his potential, and I saw what he could be, right?
Yes.
And like that there can be this flavor of like, what the hell, right? Yeah. But on the other end, like, if you reframe it and take a look at the positive in that of like, I see what you could be. That's amazing.
Yes.
You're amazing. You have all of that in you.
Yes.
Like, join me. The water's warm. We could be really great. Like, the amount, like, dream with me. Let's grow. Let's do this. Let's, you know what I mean? Like, let's do the mundane. Let's meet each other's needs. And let's do the extra. Like, let's be sex gods together. Like, that would be amazing.
Okay. If this is your main issue, this is interesting. If it's your main issue when you come in, specifically, I'm talking to the man, it suggests that many other things in your life are going well. And so think about all the things that are going well with this dynamic. And now if you could share that load and create that space, it could be the incredible thing you're talking about.
That's very powerful. I think what you just said of like, if somebody is bringing you into couples counseling and they're saying, I see this everywhere else, right? Yes. Great friend.
Yeah.
Great employee or boss. How many times have you seen that, right? Oh my God. He's like, he runs this company. He does
manages 55 people.
Yeah, and he's so kind and loving towards them, and like I just want some of that love, right? But anyway, long story short, back to it is if she's bringing you in and saying that,
yeah, she's
like, it's there. Like I see that in you. Like if we could just do that together, we could go so far, right? We could have everything. Your needs could be being met, and my needs could be being met. But what I need from you is this change and that stubbornness to not make that change just because you feel like you don't have to.
Yeah.
She's never going to change how she feels. I have been doing this for, I don't even know, I'm at maybe 10 years at this point. Or next year will be 10 years. I've never seen her change how she feels.
Yeah.
Without change in the behavior.
And she shouldn't.
Yeah.
If the behavior doesn't change, the needs don't change.
The needs don't change. Her feelings aren't going to change.
Yeah. Agreed.
It's not possible, I don't think.
Because again, it's not something she's doing to you. It's not a thing that she's decided she thinks or feels this way. It's a need isn't being met, or many needs aren't being met. And so there, like you said, there's no air. There's no air. It's not a choice. So she can't even choose to change it.
Right.
Doesn't even have the capacity to choose to change it because there's no room.
Well, and I think what a lot of times what will happen is he'll say, you shouldn't feel that way. Well, you know what I mean? He'll judge whether or not.
I'm laughing because,
it happens all the time. He'll be like, well, it shouldn't. You shouldn't feel that way because here's why. And he'll try to explain it away. You know what I mean?
These are the ways I respect you. These are the ways
Yes.
I am grateful for you. These are the things I see you doing, but no action behind it. Man, that's a thing I've been seeing.
Right.
The words without action.
But it's so much more powerful.
Yes.
If you took the time, if you dove in, if you did the things, because she's being very clear. I don't feel loved.
Right. If you respect and love me,
then these things would happen. Mm-hmm. You just telling me they're going to happen and then they don't, you're just making it worse. Now we have to come back from a betrayal of promises broken. And now I'm like, can you not make things worse? Like,
and guess what? That makes that road of building trust longer,
more difficult.
Because now we're starting from 0 or negative 20 instead of where we started.
Right. I think it really requires people to confront their beliefs about gender roles.
Absolutely. And also that they kind of like taking advantage of their partner. I'm sorry, but it's easier for me. It's like, why would I change? It's easier for me. And you know why you change? Because you're here complaining that your partner doesn't want to be sexual with you.
Yeah.
That's why you change.
Well, and they'll say, I'm not unhappy in this relationship. I'm just unhappy that she's unhappy, right? If she could just be happier about it. The amount of, doing discernment work for as long as I did, discernment work is deciding if a couple should stay together, if they should get divorced. If doing that work for as long as I did, the amount of people who would say, I'm not unhappy, I'm just unhappy that they're unhappy. Like if they would just be happy in this relationship, we would be fine. And the amount of times it's like, well, yeah, of course you're not unhappy. You have a maid, a childcare provider. You have all of the different things. Yes. I've said this so many times. Think about it as I'm a single mom. Okay, if you told me that all I had to do was let somebody come live in my house. Yeah. And they, I've got an extra bedroom. If this person is going to come live in your house. And they are going to do your childcare. They're going to drive your kids everywhere. They're going to plan their doctor's appointments and all of their needs. They're going to replace their clothing. They're going to shop and cook and clean and do all of that.
Food, pick up dog poop.
Everything. They're going to remind you of your appointments. Hey, did you schedule that? Did you do this? They're going to do all of that. Okay. Mm-hmm. But all I have to do is cover the cost for them to live in my house. Mm-hmm. And that's it.
And sometimes go do fun things with them.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna take them out to Applebee's and I get to be there at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, right? If you told me that would be insane. I'd be like, sign me up. Of course.
Of course.
Of course I would love that situation.
Yes.
But then
it's not inherently wrong to think on the surface, that looks great.
That looks great.
But if you love, respect, value your partner and your relationship, you are not taking advantage of them in that way.
Exactly.
You're not interested in taking advantage of them in that way. You married this person. You love and respect and care for this person.
Right. That's not okay. That's not a fair and equitable situation. That's not partnership.
Yes.
And anytime, I don't know about you, but I always ask my couples, mm-hmm. What do you want in this? Like, how do you want to feel? What is the difference in your relationship? And I would say, I've never kept track, but going off of feelings, I would say probably 90% of women say, I just want to feel like they're my partner.
Yes.
Over and over. And I'm like, oh, all right, define what partner means, define da-da-da. I just want to feel like we're both doing the same amount of things, that we both care the same amount about this, that they have my back and I have theirs. That's what they're looking for.
Yeah, and even partners that have fun and we can sit and have coffee and talk, and that's what our day can look like. We're in this kind of easy flow relationship. That's what a lot of people want, is something that feels like it flows. Like a lot of people's friendships, right?
Right.
People want a dynamic like that with their partner.
That is so important, what you just said, because a lot of people would not take advantage of their friends. Mm-hmm. How many times I've had women say, but when so-and-so did this for you, you were at their house the very next day chopping down the tree to make up for it, right? You're never taking anything from somebody else, yet you take so much from me.
Do you think men take advantage of their friends?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think I see that all the time, where people are like, if they give me something, I'm very quick to return it. I don't like feeling like I owe somebody something.
Right.
But in our partnership, in a male-female partnership, that's often what the problem is. Yeah, and so when we're talking about being partners, that's what they're looking for. Like, a partnership is not, I feel taken advantage of.
Right.
You can never feel good in that. That's not partnership.
Right. Nor will you want to have sex with the person taking advantage of you. I'm just coming back to the facts of it. It's just factual.
Sure. For sure. So if you want your lady to want you so bad that she's gonna do, I've seen people. Okay, I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna toot my horn as a couples counselor, and you probably can do it too.
Okay.
Is I have seen people where we have made significant changes, and then they go on to have fantastic sex lives and crazy sex lives, right?
Yes.
We did it here. I'm like, what did you do? Like, it's so fun. I'm happy for them. You can have that too.
Yes.
You just got to confront, why am I doing this? Why am I asking this of this person that I love and I care about and that gives me so many great things? Why am I asking them to do everything?
Yeah, and if I need them to love and respect me, I better love and respect them.
Oh, that's pretty simple. And if they tell me the way that you can love and respect me right now is by showing up and doing the things that we said we were going to do together, which is, run this house,
raise the pets, raise the kids, whatever,
work towards these goals, whatever it is, when we both need to be doing it.
Yes.
You don't get to opt out and then demand.
Yeah, you're not doing your part, so he's not doing his part in this scenario.
Well, I think a lot of people could argue, well, neither is she. If we're not having sex because she's denying me, she's not doing her part. Like, we decided.
She's not doing it to you.
Right.
Again, that's the part for me where it's like, now, I'm not saying every time.
Right, I know where you're going with this, yes.
But usually she's probably saying no because she's not feeling like being sexually intimate. I'm not hearing a lot of women not having sex with their husband and masturbating a ton.
Right.
I'm not hearing that.
It might be every once in a while where she's like, it just built up or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it never happens. I'm saying it, but it's not like she's fully in her sexual self and feeling so safe and warm, but just not interested in him.
Yes.
In this dynamic. That's not what's happening. So she's not saying no to you, and she's not saying, hey, I want chocolate cake, but I know you want chocolate cake, so we're not getting chocolate cake. That's not what's happening. She's saying, who the fuck is making chocolate cake right now?
Good God, stop saying chocolate cake. Just kidding. For sure, that's exactly it. And it goes back to what I had answered that question, which is somebody who looked at me and said, like, what could you possibly need right now? Fuck, nothing is hotter than that.
Yes.
Because it's you're going like, hey, she might have a need, right? Could she be thirsty? Could she be hungry? Could she need her feet rubbed? Could she, whatever it is. And I'm not saying be a slave. I'm saying it's about do you have a need? And if I filled that, you no longer have a need. Bam, space. Bam, desire. Bam, right? Like it's do you see how it just falls into place?
Yes, absolutely.
That's where it needs to go. That's what needs to happen. If you don't want to have sex with your husband, is that the reason why? And I believe women when they say, like, here's the reason why I am not feeling like my needs are met. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
And when I hear men saying, like, oh, I'm starved for intimacy, and when they often mean sex, they're very rarely asking, well, what is it? What am I not doing that's helping her get there? They're just saying, get there.
Yes.
Right? And so that's what we're saying is, well, what is the ask? And sometimes you can't ask your partner. She's already told you. She's been telling you.
She's been telling you, come to couples therapy.
Yeah, you'll have to come to couples
I'll
therapy.
Help you listen.
Or do some Googling.
Yeah, you don't have to do therapy, I guess.
You can look around. You can figure it out. You know what I mean? Like, that's, if she wasn't there, if she wasn't there for 12 hours. Like, I'm telling you, if she didn't live in your house anymore, what would need to happen?
Great question.
Also, what would need to happen when we're talking about intimacy, though? I think there's a little caveat I need to give on that one. Not what would you do? What would your house look like? It would be what would she need the house to look like for her to come home and feel sexy? Okay? That's what I'm talking about. Not what's your level that would help you feel sexy. It's got to be, what does she need?
Yes.
Because that's what this is all about. It's partnership. And in partnership, it's asking, what do each of us need? You know, I would love to meet your sex needs, but my emotional needs need to be met in order for me to get there.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So going off what you said, it seems like men, when they have an unmet need sexually with their partner, intimacy with their partner, you had said they don't see that through her eyes, right? They just think about like this unmet need. And the challenge might be then to, when I'm having this unmet need, what are her unmet needs? What's happening for her that this thing can't happen for us?
So you're saying if a man is saying, my unmet need is I am not feeling intimate. I'm
not getting the intimacy I want.
I'm not getting the intimacy I want. My job is to place myself into her shoes and say what might be happening or not happening here for when it means with her unmet needs.
Yeah. Instead of just looking at your own unmet need, it's saying what's happening for her that this thing can't happen for us. And again, I really want to push it into this sex isn't happening for us, because when you're just saying this need isn't met, she's also not getting sexual needs met. That need she might have decided is lower on the totem pole than the other needs, but again, it's still her sexuality. There's still some sort of she does want you.
Right, absolutely.
And so if you frame it as this isn't happening for us, my partner is the one who's saying, I don't really want this to happen for us right now, or I can't get this to happen for us right now, then what can I do to help my partner? What can I do to show up? That curious kind of mindset, instead of just, I'm not getting what I need.
You can ask.
Yes.
You could ask.
Oh,
you could
question.
say, hey,
great job.
What is it that is not happening? What needs aren't being met? Where can I focus? She might be mad when you ask. And that's okay, because honestly, at least you're asking and there's space then, right?
Yes.
You kind of have to ignore the anger
Yes.
a little bit and go, I'm data collecting right now. I need to know this information.
I want our sex life to be good.
Our sex life can improve because she will be feeling better, and then we can access this a lot easier.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then I think for her, this is going to be a hard ask. And I realize how hard it is, and that's why I'm saying this. Is I think when you start to see him do it, he starts to make those changes, you've got two choices. One, you can stand in the corner with your arms crossed and still keep giving the same type of, yeah, well, this should have been happening. This is why I'm resentful. I'll be happy with you when I've seen it over time, right? Mm-hmm. And you just hope that that doesn't deject him and get him to stop. Mm-hmm. Is it fair, what I'm asking, that instead, maybe when you see him leaning in and doing these things and those changes, you start to soften? I'm not saying be like, oh, good job, big boy, and like celebrate every little moment of what should have been happening. But I'm saying start to soften towards it, right? If you want this dynamic to change, if you don't want to feel taken advantage of and he's starting to step in to fill in those spaces that he should have been doing, I don't know if it has to happen, but it might be nice to soften a bit.
Well, and you have to let go of the resentment somewhere.
Right.
If you're going to move the needle, you have to decide, how long do I want to hold on to this? And the reason you're going to decide is from the actions. I'm not saying this isn't just change your mind.
No, and it's not the words either. It's not him saying I'm going to change. It's when you start seeing actionable change happen. I'm saying that's where you can do some of the work. It doesn't need to be perfect.
Yeah, and sometimes it's just internal. It's just that, like you're saying, I want to not trust this, right? Like the internal, like, ugh. And you can just work internally a little bit of like, well, maybe they really are going to change it. Maybe they really did hear me this time. Maybe they really did.
Yeah.
And opening up a little bit of room for that, maybe.
I have another message to men. If a man listens to this, or if you send this to your man, here's another little bit. I'm not asking you to go to 50%. When I say make changes, don't go 25, don't go 30, don't go 40, don't go 50.
You're saying go 100.
Go hard.
Yes.
Hard.
Yeah.
Because you have been benefiting from your partner's labor for a very long time. So you just going to 50 and then stopping does not create that extra space, right? Like resentment. If we want to talk about resentment in this thing, that's like, so we talked about it as taking up all of the air in the room.
Yes.
Fucking bring in a leaf blower and blow that shit out, right? Like, don't come in and be like, oh, I'm going to crack a window. It's going to take way the fuck longer.
Yes.
Right? You want this to change? Change hard, change fast, right? Come in here, take it over. No, babe, you're not doing dinners anymore. I realize what happened here. I realize I got 5 years of dinners out of you. I could do 5 years of dinners. In fact, I'm going to promise you 6 right now. Panty dropper. Okay, and not just say it. Don't. It is hot to say it, but don't just say it. Do, right? Like, be a man of action and come in swinging. Swing it hard. Left or right, to the windows, to the walls.
All of it.
All of it. That is where you're going to get the biggest movement. And not just once. This isn't a vending machine. You don't just put in, get out. So you're going to come in with the energy of like, wow, if I was in your shoes and I signed on to this group project, which men really know, right? A lot of times you ask them about their job, they can point to the weak link. They can say, oh, I cover for Bob all the time. Damn it, Bob.
I hate Bob.
I hate Bob. He takes advantage of me, right? So if you look at your relationship in that sense, what is it that you would want to see? You would want to see that you could take a step back from all of it and your partner goes, oh shit, I'm so sorry. We weren't having sex because I wasn't showing up in a way that was fair to us. So not only am I going to not come to just 50, I'm going to come to 100 and I'm going to knock it out of the park and we're going to see what happens. And then just trust. Like, she's not going to let you live there forever.
And the trust part, trust and have confidence in yourself. She is not going to be your cheerleader in this situation right now.
Oh, definitely not in the beginning.
And so you looking for that and needing that, also mood killer.
Yes.
No.
That's a great tip for if you're like, I can't do that. Like, I'm never going to be able to just listen to this podcast and then go out and just bam, right? Yeah. I'm going to need someone. Get a therapist. They will be rooting you on so fucking hard.
Yes, they will be your cheerleader. Oh. I'm not saying you don't need anyone, but it's not her. Yeah. Don't look to her for it. You need it internally or to find somebody.
Yes. So maybe you have a friend or a family member that you can give this to, and they're going to be on your side. They're going to be thinking relationally. If they tell you, oh, your face, she grimaced.
Because they're not. You got to choose the right person.
It's got to be the right person. I was just going to say, if you tell them I'm going to do this and you get any type of pushback, that's not your person. They don't get it. They don't understand the bigger goal. You find somebody else.
Yes.
Sign up with a relational
your sister.
Therapist.
I'm going to say find a woman. I'm going to say it. I probably shouldn't, but that's what I think.
A lot of them will work for it. Some, it kind of depends on what the sister-in-law dynamic is too. But yes, all right. So you've been given enough tips, people.
Yes. I love this dynamic. Common one.
I love how easy it is to make change. I would say if you're open to change. So many of my friends have asked me that. They've asked me, like, how do you know when a couple is going to change?
Yeah.
And I had to really think about it for a while because, like, we've worked with people who don't change. It does not matter what magic I pull out of my hat. Nothing's changing, right? And then there's the couples where you see it big change and you see it fast. Fun. But I think the thing that I see that makes that difference is when that person comes in enthusiastic.
Yeah.
They want to know.
Yeah.
Right? They're like, tell me. Give it to me hard, right? Like, they'll be like, slap me up the face.
You can have friction with them, and they're like, I don't like what you're about to say.
I hate this, but
I know that you're face. True. What are you going to tell me?
Yes. Right?
Yeah, those are the best.
Those are the best,
they
right?
Can handle that.
That is, be a person like that. And if you can't get there now, if you listen to all of this and you're like, F that, that's not right.
Good luck to you.
Good luck to you. You're going to
tell me how it's working out for you.
Yeah. Yeah. So there you have it. If you're stuck in this cycle where he wants more sex, but she wants more support, the answer might not be in the bedroom. It might be in the dishwasher. All right. So what are you loving right now?
Okay. I'm loving this new show. Well, it's not a new show. It's on its 3rd season on HBO called The Gilded Age. It's by the same woman who wrote Downton Abbey. It's also a period piece, but I'm obsessed with it. I'm already halfway through season 2, which if you know me right now, I don't have time.
You're not a binger.
I'm up till like midnight watching my 2 or 3 episodes.
Well, is it just decadent? Like, why should people watch?
Yes, it's like new money, new rich people in New York in maybe like the 1920s, 30s, and old money in New York and kind of the clashing of society. But all the people are, sorry about that noise, all the people are actually real people that existed. So there's a story about like a woman actually helped design and build the Brooklyn Bridge. So I looked it up. Like, all the people are real.
Oh, I love that. So it's like,
Yeah.
it's historical fiction.
Yes.
Oh,
It's
fun.
very enjoyable.
Well, I'm glad you have that. That does sound like really fun and light, you know?
Get into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
What are you loving?
I am loving right now, one of my therapist buds from college, from grad school, started doing this thing called Therapy on Tap.
Mm-hmm.
And so what it is he holds these events at different breweries, and he brings together a bunch of therapists who are looking for more people in their practice. And it's a way for people to come and sort of interview a bunch of different therapists at once.
Cool.
To be able to find a good therapist fit.
Like
because
speed dating for therapists.
Speed
without
dating.
all the phone calls and emails back and
Yes.
forth. When can you do a consult?
Yes, right? It just cuts down on all of that. And so it's so good. It's good for patients or clients, whatever you want to call them. It's good for people. And then it's good for the therapists, right? And to be able to, like, because a lot of people don't know is like when you run your own private practice, like, that takes a lot of money behind the scenes to get visible.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times you can't compete with the big group practices or the hospitals or whatever. And so what happens is this really weird dynamic tends to happen is there are a lot of therapists who have openings and they have space for new people. And then there's a lot of patients, right? Their wait lists, 3. Mine is like 4 months, I think, 4 to 5 months right now. And there's not, but that's within a big hospital system. So people can't find those openings.
Yeah.
There's just that hole that happens. And so anyways, that's what he does. And I just think it's such a cool
idea.
and unique idea. So check it out. Therapy on Tap if you're looking for a therapist. All right. Should we get the check?
What you think about that? What you think about anything? What you think about you? What you think about me? What you think about that? What you think about that?
Hey, you guys, Corinne here. Thank you so much for listening. This helps Maddie and I so much, and we appreciate each and every one of you. We also appreciate when you leave a comment or you share it to a friend, share it to an enemy. That's a perfect person. If you hate us and you hate this podcast, send it to them too. You can find us on socials. On Instagram, we are Fries for the Table Pod. On TikTok, we're Fries for the Table Pod, and we would love to read your comments on anything that we're talking about, and especially Maddie's question. That's a super fun one. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the table.